What are the links between population control and eugenics? Have you ever wondered how two seemingly different movements, like population control and eugenics, are connected? Let's break it down. Both movements emerged during the mid-20th century and shared a common goal: influencing human reproduction. However, they approached this goal in different ways, often overlapping in practice. Eugenics is fundamentally about improving the genetic quality of a population by controlling who reproduces. This often meant targeting individuals deemed undesirable based on race, class, or disability. In the United States, eugenics policies led to forced sterilizations. These policies disproportionately affected poor, non-white, and institutionalized women. Tens of thousands of women were sterilized between the early 1900s and the 1960s. The justification for these actions was often framed as a way to protect white racial health and eliminate defectives from society. Influential figures and institutions, including wealthy philanthropists, supported these policies. The legacy of eugenics even influenced sterilization programs in Nazi Germany. Population control gained traction later, particularly in the 1950s and 1960s. This movement focused on reducing birth rates globally, especially in developing countries. Rapid population growth was seen as a barrier to economic development and a potential threat during the Cold War. Wealthy philanthropists, like John D. Rockefeller III, and foundations such as Ford and Rockefeller, heavily funded population control efforts. These initiatives often promoted contraceptive use and sterilization, sometimes coercively, in poorer nations. By the late 1960s, the United States government became a significant funder of these programs, integrating population control into foreign policy. The link between population control and eugenics lies in their shared focus on regulating reproduction, often targeting marginalized groups. Both movements had overlapping funding sources and leadership. For example, the Population Council, founded by John D. Rockefeller III, was administered by Frederick Osborne, a key figure in the American Eugenics Society. This connection shows how population control inherited some of the eugenics movement's assumptions about controlling reproduction to improve societal outcomes. In the 1960s, the counterculture and environmental movements began questioning authority and social norms. The population control movement was part of a broader concern about humanity's impact on the planet. However, the population control agenda sometimes echoed eugenics in its coercive methods, such as forced sterilizations. These practices disproportionately affected poor and non-white women. While population control framed its goals around development and environmental sustainability, the legacy of eugenics cast a shadow over these efforts. During this era, new contraceptive technologies like the pill and intrauterine devices emerged. These advancements gave women more reproductive choices but were sometimes implemented in ways that limited true consent. This reflects the uneasy legacy of eugenics within population control. In summary, population control and eugenics are linked through their shared goal of managing human reproduction, overlapping funding and leadership, and the targeting of vulnerable populations. The context of the 1960s adds complexity, blending hopeful environmental and social reform with troubling coercive practices inherited from earlier eugenics policies.